Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Gina. Today I'm going to be working on the Full Deck Challenge 2. I'm going to work on card 9. I thought for sure I had done this, but when I looked in my book I had not. It's not in here. So I'm going to do it. Thought for sure I had, but I have not worked on the Full Deck Challenge in quite a while. So for this challenge, for card 9, we have to have magazine, weaving, vellum, and flowers. Excuse me. So I've already done my weaving. This is my weaving, and I used Spellbinders. This is my die that I used. It says S4190-190. And I used this size right here. This one. And it cut right through fine. Now I did go ahead, I glued it down on a piece of paper before I cut it. Now I tried it before and I didn't glue it on any paper and it worked fine too. It's starting to come up, I need to glue it down, but I ended up, I didn't like it. I didn't like the color scheme at all, and so I redid it because I didn't like it. So this is okay too, but I only had a couple of magazines to play with, so that's the next trip to the thrift shop. I guess I'm getting some magazines. Oh, I meant to clean my thing off. I didn't do it. Well, it's from doing all this. So I've got some paper piecings here we're going to work on. We're going to get them put together to take care of my vellum and my flowers. But first, when I put this on here, I decided I want some color on my card. So I have my watercolors here, and we're just going to put a little bit on. I sprayed it, but I was kind of doing a little bit in between, so I'm going to spray my colors again that I'm going to use. And I hope I can just kind of get a little bit of a, just some colors. Yeah, they're dry. Sorry. I don't want to get them so wet, but I should have wet my card too, shouldn't I? Oh well. Let me get my card wet. I'm not good at this. I just want these colors to just kind of, you know, go all over, and I got yellow. So now my whole card is yellow. Let's do this. Oh dear. Okay. I want my card to be wet. Okay. I'll put some pink on. I just want it to, I don't want it to be looking like I've meant for it to be. I don't know. I don't really know how to do this. And I want some blue. I want this blue. This is the blue. Oh, I'm gonna get green. That's okay. Green was on my list too, so let's do this. Oh, let's get that out of here. I don't know what I'm gonna get, you guys. Oh. I think it's time I just take my towel and do this. That doesn't look bad now. It's just got a little bit of color. Oh, sorry about that. My color in my jar is orange. Okay, so maybe just a little bit of yellow. Oh, do the same thing twice, you get the same results. Trying a little bit different here. Let's put the pink in here just a little bit different. A little bit different. Okay, now going to just let this set over here and see what happens. Okay, now I'm going to clean up this mess and we're going to work on the paper piecing. I just have never learned how to do this stuff. I try and I can't and I give up and it's a mess. Every once in a while I'll get it. But we're going to move on to what I can do. Oh, I was going to spray it with black, but I got to wait till it dries, don't I? Let's just put this over here. I always let it air dry. But I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do because it keeps cracking. But I've had it for many years, so maybe that's why. Okay, do I have you in view? Yes. I'm going to bring it in a little bit, and don't worry, I'll bring those pieces down to where you're at. I'm just making sure I got everything dry. I don't want to wet those. Okay. Move my water way over. Way over. I wish I had something to set on that. It's all bit. I need something heavy. Set my owl on it. I can wipe the bottom of my owl off. That'll be okay. Okay, so we are making a paper piecing from Little Scraps at HeavenDesigns.com, and it is called Bee and Daisy Slide, and it's $1.50 right now at Little Scraps at HeavenDesigns.com, and I'm just getting to where I can see the picture because I like to see the picture. I've made this a few times, but still. So this is the slide. Now I made it really, really small. I cut it at about 1.5, and somehow when I folded it, it didn't come out even. So I'm going to just cut that off. I must not have. I put it on my embossing, or not my embossing, but my. Oh my goodness, my words today. Where I score it, my score thing. And I must not have scored it right. It's just a hair off, and that's going to bug me because I don't want the back to show. So I'm just going to do that. It'll be fine. Okay, so let's put our little bee together. I'm going to use vellum twice on this. So here's our little bee. I need my tweezers. And I got to get my glue. So I have this little bottle. I've had it for years. It's starting to look pretty scroungy, but it has Scotch Quick Dry in it. So I still have a lot of that, and so I have never totally went to the Berry Arts glue, but I do love the Berry Arts glue. Or Berry, what's it called? Berry Art. I'll probably just go to that one of these days, but I still have a couple bottles of this, so. And I like this stuff. I've used it for years. Years and years. Okay, so there's our little bee, and then I've got a couple of his wings up here. I'll pull all this stuff down so you can see all the little bits and pieces. You'll probably see I've got extra wings. I just did extra wings because I lose things. I lose like little pieces. They just disappear off my thing. Eyes and wings, those are the things I lose. So I cut his wings out of vellum because we needed to use vellum today. And I like to cut the wings out of vellum. I think they look cute. And I went around the edge with blue. And I don't know why my hands are so shaky today. I'm not sure. I've really been coughing a lot today. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to get well this year. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, but I'm very, very shaky today. I'm not normally like that. So I'm sorry that I'm being that way. Okay, so there's our little bee. Isn't it cute? Okay. Now, our flowers. I just kind of went around the edges, and if you see little things on the flowers, it's because I made it out of handmade, it looks handmade paper. And so there's little things in it. So it's not, it's not got something on it, it's just the the paper. And then I just kind of went around the edges with yellow. So I'm going to put a couple of layers here. I'm going to offset them a little bit. And then I'll take a little one and put it there. And then I'll do one more. Whoops. My flower had a mind of its own. It was moving on me. Okay. There we go. And then for the middle of the flowers, I've got some of these that I was going to put on. Oh, I only have one. Uh-oh. Well, we got to go back to the box. I realized I only had one. Let's go back to my little box. Let's see here. What can we find in my little box? There's that. Oh, there's that one. We could do that. One will be lighter and one will be darker. So let's bring everything back down. Make sure I've got it all in your view. Okay, so let's put, I'll use my tweezers. I should probably put a dot of glue on there. Put that one there. Alright, and then let's get this one back here. Get that over there. The little ones always go fastest for me. That's the ones I seem to use the most. Put that on there. Okay, now we're going to start on the slide. I cut this little blue. I was using, oh well, I buried the paper pad with everything I set over to the side. The Be Mine stack, DCWV. I'm assuming this is an old stack. It doesn't have a year on it, but I think it's been in the collection for a while. But I cut this little piece. Looks like it's got some writing on it. And we're going to glue it to the back. It will barely show. This is a pattern that I have used over and over and over from Little Scraps. I've just used it and used it and used it. I love it. I've used it to make cards. I've got it sitting on my desk. I see it every day in my little Rolodex. I have just used it and used it. Now that is what I just showed you for the Rolodex. That's the way it shows on the website. Now this is another piece of vellum that I'm going to use. I could not find vellum in my collection, y'all, and I looked high and low, and then I found this. You know, I bought this years ago. This is Vellum paper by Martha Stewart Crafts, and there are 3 sheets in here, 24 inches by 36 inches. I got a lot of vellum now. I put little hair bands, little girls' hair bands on there. I had them for my bobbins, and so I put them on there to keep it from unraveling on me. Can you believe that? Here I was going nuts because I couldn't find any vellum. So what I'm going to do, I just cut a piece out of it. So I'm going to put glue all over this side of the front. I want it to be on the front. I'll put this in here, and if it sticks out, then I'm going to cut it off. It doesn't matter if it's not big enough there. It just has to cover the window. But that way it's curly, and I was having a hard time trying to cut it the right size because it's curling. So now I'm just going to come and cut that off there. Now it's not as clear as I thought it was going to be, so my flower that I put in there is not going to show as much as I thought. But that's okay. Okay, so one of these flowers, I'm going to put the flower with the darker dot. I'm going to put in here like it's encapsulated in there. So I'm going to put that in there. I gotta make sure I put it in the right spot. Right there is really good. And I think I'm gonna get my 3-in-1. I think that's a good idea. Trying to find my pencil. I'm gonna kind of mark where this thing needs to go. I think that's good. Okay, let me get back up here where you guys. And the good thing is, by using that one, I have some time to kind of fiddle with it. But I think I kind of like, yeah, that's good. I think that's good. Okay, make sure it's good and where I want it. Now I'm going to use this again. Put glue. I'm going to try not to get too much because I don't really want it to go on the vellum window. Alright. Get that shut up. I think I'm going to get my paper clips. Put some paper clips on there. Yeah, see if that will hold it. Okay, so now put this on here. Put put this on here, and I need a drink really quick. Let's take my, it's stuck. It's not quite dry. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a minute, dry this. I'll be right back. Okay, so I admit defeat. This is hideous. It is hideous. Done, done, done. Hideous. It actually looks like it's molded. Okay, so I don't know if this will work, but I found this, and I think that this will look pretty. I put everything on there, and yada yada yada. So I'm going to try to put this on here. This is the best thing I found. The only other thing I found is this, and I think that this will be way too, I can't even make my hands work. I don't know. I think this will be way too, like, busy. And this is too dark. Like, that's too dark for all of this. If I'd have been able to find the colors I wanted, it would work. But I couldn't find the pinks and all that. So this is just not, I don't know, you may be screaming at me, that's better, but I don't know. I don't think it is. Not with this. I don't know, maybe this butterfly, like if I put it over here, this butterfly, because I do have that color in there. That one might be better, but then you just have these weird colors. Can't even really tell it's a butterfly, but you do have the flowers and stuff. I might could try that. All the flowers would be pretty. I might try that one. Alright, I'll be back. I'm going to do it off camera and get it all on there and get it dried, and then I'll be back. Well, I've had quite a struggle. Totally different card. I had to just throw it away. It did not work. It totally, well, I didn't throw it away, but yeah, I did. I threw it away. I threw it away. That's a different card. I just messed it up. I shouldn't be doing this when I don't feel good. But I think this turned out okay. Yeah, well, it's better than the other was. So what I did to this is I just put tissue paper on it. And then I started with this. I have had this one for years. It's called Watermelon Color Wash. I don't know. A fill bottle to the top was 70% alcohol. When I got it, it just had something in there. I don't know what it was, and I put it with alcohol, or I filled it with alcohol, and I've had it for I bet 10 years. So oh, and then I use this in it. This one is walnut ink. I used that too. I smushed that one on. The other one I just I just sprinkled it, and I sprinkled this one on there too. This one is Heidi Swapp Ocean, and I sprinkled a little bit of Heidi Swapp butter. And then at the end, I dried it between each. At the end, I used Distress Mica Spray and Antique Bronze, and that one kind of brought it all together. And I quit. I liked it, and I quit. I was like, okay, be done with it. Be done with it before you run another one. So now we're just going to put this together and be done. So I went around the edge of this with my walnut stain. And I'm going to put that there. I think the hard part is I'm trying to combine all this together. And normally I wouldn't, you know, put this with this. But I don't know why I tried to do all this together. What in my mind decided to do this, but if I could have found some pink, that would have helped. But we're going to glue this down, and we're going to put this together. Oh, first I wanted to round the corners a little bit more on my card. Let me get my corner rounder. I think I'll go with 1/4 inch instead of half. I think half would be too much. I don't know why I want to round it more, but I do. I just want to. So I'm going to, so I need to ink those up. I wished I would have had like a metallic to go around the edges, but the only metallic I have is gold, and I thought that wouldn't look good with the bronze mica spray. I thought that would be just too much difference. I'm just doing too much. When I'm down here, I'm going to my recliner. I woke up this morning with a really deep, heavy cough, and it got a little bit better after I took a shower, but it's been okay. But I just feel it in my chest, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I thought I was better. But so I don't know, just won't leave me alone. So I think I'm going to kind of offset this just a little bit. I should have made an extra flower. I didn't think about it. I'm going to put the bee right up here, I think. Put the flower right here. Yeah. But I'm only going to put one little, put that there. This thing keeps moving on me. Driving me crazy. I need more of my skinny tips to put on the... I can't imagine. I just know I've made this one before. I thought I was up to 11, but when I pull out my little card thing, which I've got to do something about that, they are not going to fit in there very long. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I could make my cards flat. I should have known I couldn't have stuck with that. No way I could stick with cards being flat. Yeah, I think that'll work. And maybe I don't need the little leaves. Well, maybe I'll put them down there. Sticking to me. I need my tweezers for the leaves. Well, I hope I'm doing this on Saturday. I hope y'all are having a good day. Maybe you're spinning it out doing something. Maybe it's nicer there than it is here. It's a pretty day here. It's just not as warm as we thought. Of course, I don't feel like doing anything, so it don't matter. I thought I would get out and go out of town and go to Aldi and grocery shop, because I went to our little store and got a few things, but our little store here is just so expensive that I don't get a lot of stuff there. I just get the basics and then drive over to Aldi. It's about a half-hour away, but I'm not doing that. So I hope that you're all having a good day and doing something fun or creating some stuff. Alright, so we needed magazine, and I got the magazine pages back here on my little die cut. Vellum, I've got vellum here in the window and on the little bee wings. And, oh excuse me, weaving. I did that with the magazine pages. And flower. And I've got flowers here and here. So I think I got this one done. Finally. My crazy trying to paint. Well, that wasn't even painting. I couldn't paint if I tried to. You all have a good day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.